So, doing the drawing again. Show you what I did last time. Do some cool little flowers. Basically going to be making flowers again while I talk about mistakes that I've made. Kind of like a good little multitasking thing that, is good. I've made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. Sometimes when I even think about it, it cringes me so bad because I'm like, how could I do that? Like, it's crazy the amount of mistakes I've made, the amount of people that have left me as a person because of who I was at that time. Or I'd say even now, I feel like I'm a better person. I'm a better person now. I probably should, give myself more grace. I've come a long way. I've pushed away so much people. And to be honest, it's probably for the best. That was just terrible. I don't know. I've made a lot of mistakes. Try not to make this emotional. Best we can do is improve on those mistakes. I've learned that in the past year. I mean, I already knew how to, but I learned how to do it more proficiently. Mistakes. A good mistake I made was dropping out. There's so many reasons why I did it, but at the same time, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault at all. Okay, I found the hack. I found the secret to the sauce now. Oh, that's good. Look at that one. That's good right there. That's good. Sorry if my face looks so oily. I put Vaseline on it. Almost too much. I was in a relationship with this pretty cool person. And she constantly thought I was going to hurt her. I showed no signs of aggression. It had more to do with her trauma. But in a way, her trauma gave me trauma, It gave me an open wound. Trauma in Greek means wound, open wound. You didn't know that? Yeah, she constantly thought I was going to hurt her. reason why I'm smiling is because I would make, like, I stopped making the jokes when she, didn't, like, she, set boundaries with me, At work, I just say, like, oh, I'm gonna beat on my wife. I have very dark humor. Very dark humor. I don't like the reflection on my face. Really don't like that. And it just, she set that boundary with me, and she constantly thought I was going to beat on her. And I laugh at that because it's kind of a shocker. If you know me as a person, I'd never do that. But I've had also a violent past back in middle school. Middle school was not the best year. But I'm 21 now, about to be 22 in a month. I wouldn't even say a month, like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah, so 2.5 weeks, I believe. Um, you know, and the reason why I say that's a mistake is because I could have said so many things to her that could have made her not feel that way. And I tried not to make her feel that way. It made me feel so bad. It made me feel so bad. She knew about my history, so that probably was a big thing. I never got aggressive with her. I never said I was going to hurt her. Never said that. Never did any of that. And she even told me, like, it has something to do with her, but it affected me so much. Because, I felt for this girl, But, maybe there's some answers that I never got out of her. Maybe I really, maybe she thought I was aggressive sometimes. Maybe. I'll never know. But, I did mess up that relationship because I was constantly jealous and just mentally not there. Just mentally not there. And, there's just so many factors to why I was just not mentally there. So many factors. It's just not fit to be ever in a relationship at the time. And I decided it was a good idea to be in one. Worst mistake ever. And keep in mind, I knew this girl for like 5 years. I called her family my family for the longest time. I called her mom my mom. I called her brother my brother. And that's another mistake. It was a bad idea getting into a relationship with her. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was a bad idea because it was a wonderful experience. But I constantly think about her family. Constantly think about her family, because I loved her family. And they set boundaries with me. And, that's for the best. It's honestly for the best. Cannot be mad with that. And I try not to regret stuff like that. But our family meant so much to me. So much. But you know what? I'm making improvement. I'm making a lot of improvement. I don't know. These flowers are looking nice. They look like shit, but they were looking nice. I don't know. I think I just draw better with pen. Maybe that's it. Or maybe I'm just improving. Maybe. Oh, that's terrible. I'm not adding enough of a curve, and I'm not making it longer. I think that's the problem. I need to. Ooh, I can start making notes. Why don't I do that? Mistakes. Yeah, man, I've just lost like so many people off of just mistakes I've been making. Not as of recent, but in the past. I've ruined a lot of great friendships. And it's okay though, it's okay. More curve. What? More cure? No, more curve. I didn't mean to do that. Curve. More. What else? More longer line. See? Just proving off mistakes. Look at that. Look at that. Making notes. Should I start adding little other, like... Oh, yeah, that's a nice touch. But the fact it already looks fucked up makes it look a little weird. That's okay. Oof. I fuck with that. So I should add more petals. I'm starting to like drawing. When I first started this, I was like, God damn, bro. I do not fuck with this. That right there. That right there. I think about more mistakes I've made. Really big ones. The past, I feel like anger has always got the best of me. Always got the best of me. And now I don't react to it the way I used to. Sometimes it does slip out. It really does slip out, But anger is an emotional punishment that you give yourself. Remember that. And anger is an irrational emotion. Well, I don't really know. Nah. I feel like it's a good idea Okay, I see. I see now. So you know how I start off? Okay, let me show you. Show you guys. I start off with just 4 lines. I add the petals. So the lines that I have already made, I should make these. I already fucked it up, but should make them longer than the second ones I'm going to draw. See, I draw lines over here, so that way that gives me more room to draw other petals. Maybe not. Maybe not. No. Just make them the same length. I mean, that's already how they should be, right? No, original idea. Make those lines longer. I think what I'm doing wrong is, yeah, more curve, but less plumpy. Less plumpy. I think that's it. Less plumpy. More mistakes that I think about. Right now, I am still healing from a breakup, you know? And all I can think about in the topic of mistakes is the recent relationship I've been. I feel like that might be the biggest mistake I've ever made in my entire life. Biggest one so far. They aren't straight enough to. Yeah. See, I'm getting somewhere, but they aren't straight enough. The lines aren't straight enough. Well, they aren't. I don't know what's the word. Se que fue las palabras. But yeah. Draw more. Just made so many mistakes that are just immoral. And I feel like that's just how you get better as a person. You know, realizing your mistakes is a sign of health. By Seneca. That's a good quote. Boom. Okay, give me a second to lock in. Give me a second. Boom. Boom. Oof, that was a little too big. Less plumpy. Oh, that was too plumpy. That's okay. Flowers aren't always perfect. I just gotta get those other petals in line. That's all I need. I didn't make that shorter than the others. Okay, I guess we're making it the same length again. Boom. Okay, and boom. And boom. This one needs to be a little longer. Just got back from doing my clothes. Oof, that's looking like actually terrible as hell. Oh, that's actually so terrible. I don't think I'm ever locking in again. Yeah, I think I'm retiring from locking in, because what the hell is this? Yeah, that, no. Yeah. These lines, stop making longer. Well, stop making same size. Make another arrow. Smaller. Boom. Alright. See that one? That's probably my most perfect one right there. That's probably my most perfect one right there. That isn't bad. Damn. Okay. So, moral of these mistakes. I guess just make more mistakes and learn. I guess don't be afraid to make mistakes. Because without mistakes, where would we be today? It's a good one.